Hey there guys, welcome back to my channel, and in this video we are going to code circular motion. So let's start. So if I refresh right over here, you will see and circle just like that, and we will also learn to add interactivity into it. So you can see it's too cool. So it is the nicest animation to now. So you can see that we can do many things with it. And now let's start. So this is our canvas files, and I have used this new canvas boilerplate. I will give the repository link in the description. And then right over here, you have what you will do is come over here, and what you will just do is replace that object with the particle, and just replace these objects with particles. So what this will do, we are creating an particle array, and then we are creating it, and we are creating 50 times, and then I am just calling it over here for each, and then I am updating the elements. So after this, if I save it, what you have to just do is right over here, come right over here, and just specify the x as the inner width divided by 2, and y as inner height divided by 2, and then the radius, let's say, as 5, and color as blue. So afterwards we will randomize everything, and let's check it out how we get it. So here we have our basic circle, and what I will just do is come over here to the in this particle function. Here I will say this dot radius equals to 0. You will say this dot velocity equals to, let's say, 0.05. and now if I save it, now if I come over here, I will say this dot radius plus equals to the velocity which I have. Okay, so and after that what I will just do is right over here I will say this dot x equals to the previous x we have plus here I will use math.cos function, and inside this cos function just specify your radians. Okay, if I save it, and now if I refresh it, you will see a circle which is just moving a little bit, like from 1 to -1, and now if I say 100, then it will move from -100 to 100. So let me save it, and now if I come over here, you will see a circle moving like that. And similarly you can do it for the y. Just copy and paste it and just modify it to y, and now it should be diagonal. And to make it rotating, what you can just do is specify here sine function. If I refresh, you will get a nice rotating circle. And right over here, what you can just do is come over here, and right over here I will randomize my radians. So here I will say math.random, and inside this random I will say multiplied by the math.pi multiplied by 2. So this will give us the angle of the circle. Now if I refresh, so you will see multiple circles going around like that. And for this also I will randomize these values. You will say random integer, and inside this the sum function, if you don't know, right over here created, and start will be from 50 and end will be to 120. So let's refresh it. So you will see something like that. You will get a bit wildish result. So just cut this, and I will just name it A, and just paste it over here, and I will call it this dot A, and here I will just say A, and here also I will say A. So now if I save it, now if I refresh, so you will see a nice looking result. So now the question comes how to add that trail effect. So to do that, we will use fill rect. So if I add nothing, it will be like this. And what I will just do is say here c.fill style. Inside this fill style, I will specify the RGBA value, RGBA, and that value will be that white color, white, and then 0.05 as the alpha value. So what this will do, it will just keep on placing the layers of that, and it will cause to make this trail effect. And so you will see that it's looking very bad because of the circle-ish effect. So to remove the circle-ish effect, what you can just do is come over here and ask it for the last point. And what I will just do is come here to the update method, and here we'll say last point equals to, let's call it this dot last point equals to, and the last point here will be x as this dot x that we have, and then after that we have here y, and that will be as this dot y. So it will be something like this. And what we will do is pass here our last point list. So actually it's an dictionary. So when we pass it, what we will just do is come over here, and either than setting the fill style, here we'll say stroke style, and here we'll say equals to the color that we get. Here we'll say this dot color, right, and here just below it I will say here c dot line width, and this will be as the radius that we have, radius, and just below it I will say a c dot move to, here I will say last point dot x and last point dot y, and after this here I will say c dot line to, and here we specify my this dot x and then this dot y. So this should create a bit better thing. So here it is showing nothing because here we have to say stroke either than fill. So now if I refresh, so now you will see a nice line effect right over there. So after this, what I will just do is randomize the color. So right over here I will use my own color code, and those are 3 right over here, and first one is 00, BD, BD and double F. This is the first color code, and then the second color code is 4 small d and 3 9 and CE, and this code is very simple, triple time 8 and C double F. So let's randomize that colors. So to do that, what you will just do is come inside this for loop, and here just create here a variable named color, and what I will just do is say here color equals to an random integer, and here we'll say from 0 to 2 because we have 3 and the 2 will be considered as 3 and 0 will be considered as 1. So like that there will be from 0 to 2, and what I will just do is come right over here, I will say color equals to, from the color array I will access the color. So this is simply the random integer that we have generated, and what this should do is it should give us proper color. So if I save it, and now you will see we have some colorful colors. So now we have colorized it, and what I will just do is for the radius also I will specify here variable. Here I will say, here I will also define a variable for the radius, and here we'll say here radius equals to, and here we'll say math.random because I don't want it to be integer. So here I will say math.random, and inside this what I will just do is say here I will say multiplied by, let's say 3 and plus 1, and this should generate an random radius, something like that. So now it's looking very pretty. So after this we have this moving thing. Now let's see how to create the interactivity part. So to add the interactivity into it, what we can just do is simply come over here, and you can see here this dot last mouse, and here we'll say equals to, here I will similarly come at the bottom Here we'll just copy this and paste it, and here we'll remove this statement. Okay. Remove this. Right. So it will be something like this, and this will be the last mouse. Just come to the update method and see here this dot last mouse. And first what I will just do, we have the last mouse method. Here I will just specify my mouse dot x and then y. Right. So now you will see afterwards that why I was needing last mouse. So you will see that we have here more wiggly effect, and which is not looking much nicer. So it doesn't look much nice. So to remove that wiggly effect, that's why we are using our last mouse. Here what you can just do is say here this dot last mouse, and here say plus equals to dot x plus equals to, and here we'll say mouse dot x minus the last mouse dot x, and what I will just do is multiply it with 0.05. And similar, if I save it, and here I will just say it this dot last mouse dot x. So now if I save it, now you will see that nothing is happening, and I believe that it is because if I see right over here the code, here also I will specify my last mouse dot y. Right. And one more thing at the top, what you can just do is define here mouse. Here you can define the inner height and divided by 2, and here you just say here inner width divided by 2 for the x. Okay. So now we will have here something better, but what's happening right over here that it's only for the y. Sorry, actually for the x. So to make it working for the y, what you will just do is copy this and then just paste it over here. Just say here y, y, also here y. Now just refresh it. So now you will see we have this nice looking effect, guys. So if you like the tutorial, so hit the like button, and if you have any doubt, then feel free to comment down in the comment section. So thanks for watching, guys.